pager thing was
No.
probably the greatest
No, that is crazy.
covert clandestine
Did you-
operation of
did you, like-
all
Well, it's crazy.
time.
Did you hear about that was like 10 years in the making or something like that? Like,
Yeah.
dude, it's like how it was
all the
explained-
front companies they had to set up.
Exactly, all the front companies. That's crazy, dude.
No, you know the crazy. It wasn't just the front companies. It was actually the advertising campaign
That advertising, all that.
to
It's
to
just the same.
solicit everything.
Dude,
Crazy, dude.
crazy.
Hey everybody, Jordan from Back Society here. Do me a favor and click that subscribe button below and hit the bell icon so you don't miss a single episode. Now, back to grinding. All right, welcome back to Back Society. I'm the co-host here with my other co-hosts.
It's
And Chris with the cute pink beer holder.
Oh,
See
you like
money.
it? I got it. Yeah. See money here in stateside.
stateside.
With this. Yeah,
in
I
the
got this
fir-
at dinner tonight. It's pretty great.
Oh, where'd you have dinner?
Oh.
At a pizza place that served every beer in a bottle with a koozie.
That's interesting.
I like it.
Are you oh my god, the only panhandle I know is like PCB and like Steenhatchee.
Well, first of all, I love Steenhatchee, but yeah. So I'm in Destin, and that's on the Panhandle.
I have never heard of that. But then again, I never knew they had CST time. So that's wild to me.
Yeah, well,
wild,
Alabama,
too.
Alabama CST.
Oh, I know that.
Yeah.
But like when you texted me
Yeah.
that we were on the same time zone, I was like, wait a minute. He said he was at the beach. So and like my mind was just like, oh, he might be in like Texas or
Coast.
something. I just didn't know.
No, baby.
Central time,
old Central Time in Florida. You know, it's been good though. It's hot. God, it's hot as fuck.
I bet it is.
It's gross. Dude, the
It's
first
like
day I
a
was
heat
here,
wave happening right now in Florida.
you tell me. I don't know. I haven't watched TV, but I went for a run. I almost died
bet.
on the run here. I had to stop. I was at like 2 miles in. I had to go to Walmart and buy water and a Powerade because I was like, dude, I want to pass out. Like it was crazy to me. And it turns out I took the
You had to
wrong
get some
turn.
aid.
So I was another 1.5 miles away from my hotel.
So, did you bring your wallet or did you have your phone with you?
I had one credit card in my in the hotel key.
I burn the boats when I go running, man.
Dude,
You bring
you
the what?
have, you
I
have
burn the boats. I don't bring
Okay.
nothing with me, man.
I don't know how
Why,
you're
dude? What are you
surviving, dude.
doing?
'Cause Chicago is having its like 4th heat wave this summer right now, and it is
And
brutal
I love
outside.
it.
It's like 100 degrees. It's like
I
humid as
love
fuck
it.
out there. I can't do it. I walk out there and I'm
Bro,
like
the
dying.
humidity is crazy. The
I
humidity.
David
Dude, I
Goggins that stuff.
my sunglasses fogged up. Can't see anything. It's insane.
Well, now we know you bring your credit card just in case you got to stop and get water.
No,
I didn't
no,
know you
he's bringing his credit card just so we can identify the body.
No, I was bringing my credit card because I thought I might stop at Chick-fil-A. And
No Chick-fil-A in Germany.
yeah, dude, I've already hit up. I hit up Chick-fil-A my first morning here. I was jet lagged as fuck. So
Fire.
my flight from Germany, right? So we fly from Germany to London, which was fine. It was easy.
Yeah, not bad.
Whatever, right? I mean, I had 2 beers at the German airport at 10:30 in the morning. Fly to London. Our flight gets delayed by like an hour or something. Fine, right? 4 beers in, I'm okay. I'm at the Amex Lounge, good to go.
Good
right?
to go.
Good to go.
Then
Black card.
Then we fly from fucking London to Charlotte, North Carolina.
Okay.
In the middle of the flight, where they have to divert so they can go around a rainstorm.
Oh yeah.
So we're
Yeah, I'm
already an
worried about
hour
that.
delayed. Dude, it was chaos. And I'm like, dude, we have 1 hour
How
to clear customs and get on my connecting flight.
well, how
And then
high did I don't understand why they just go higher.
Was this rain
How-
cloud
how-
in Florida where they're trying to descend through it?
No, we were going to Charlotte. We were going to Charlotte.
Oh.
So they had to go around the storm. I don't know, bro. It's not a fucking
Dude,
You guys can
let
just-
last Sunday, dude, I got delayed for a 10-minute rainfall in Chicago. I had to fly to San Diego. I got delayed again. I had to go to Boise, and like 50% of the plane was just little kids kicking seats. And then after that, that Boise, dude, I'm not gonna lie. 3 like liftoffs in one day fucks with your brain, dude. It hurts.
You have no idea. So we finally get to Charlotte. I land, and our next flight to Florida is 1 hour delayed. I was like, perfect, 2 hours. We'll go to the Amex lounge, drink a couple beers, land, 1 hour delay, 2 seconds later. Oh, by the way, no, it's now a 3-hour delay.
Yep.
You're not leaving till midnight. And I'm like, guys, I've crossed 6 time zones. I'm fucked up right now.
Yeah.
We didn't land in Florida until 1 a.m. Had to get a rental car, got to the hotel at 2 a.m. I tried to go to bed. I was up at 5 a.m. wide awake. Went for a run, almost disintegrated in the heat.
Yeah, I bet.
And it was just like, I was like, what the fuck is going on? I will say though, I drank a lot. You
got to.
Dude,
uh,
At the
what-
Amex Lounge, I had 7 beers maybe
Okay. Good numbers.
Okay, good.
Good
in
numbers.
like 3 hours, like hazy IPAs, which
Not bad.
don't exist
Oh.
in Germany.
That.
So I was
IPA?
like
You drank 7 of them?
7 of them.
Dude, how is your
In
taste
3
buds not like burned off after like 7?
How are you able to run?
What are you talking about? I've had because I'm a fucking beast, dude.
I
What are
can
you
tell,
talking
man.
about?
That
Don't you
Mets-
know, dude? He's SEAL Team 6.
After 4, I'm like, nah, I'm sitting on this couch, man.
No,
I-
dude.
I won't lie. On my flight on Sunday, dude, it was like, what was it? It was like delay after delay. So San Francisco, San Jose, fucking San Diego, and Boise. So 6 hours and like 3 liftoffs and like 3 touchdowns. I'm crying because I'm still on the East Coast. I'm still on the West Coast. I'm like, I feel like I haven't moved at all. Dude, it was
Dude,
terrible.
it sucks, man. But I will say, at least with international flights, you get free beer. So I had a couple beers on the flight.
I
Why
got
not?
I got pretzels.
I had a 35-hour day. That's how long my day was with the time changes. And
Yep.
and I had probably 25 beers altogether.
Were you able to lay down on the plane?
No.
Oh.
What?
I mean, like international like airlines are better than domestic.
Yeah, I thought.
No.
Did you not
No,
fly
it was
like
the same.
Lufthansa?
No, it was fucking American Airlines. What are you
Oh, you
talking
flew
about?
American. Okay, never. Well, you had a TV probably, right? On American.
No. There was a TV. Yeah, actually.
I was gonna say what
I-
shitty
dude.
fucking plane.
Scott will love this. I watched John Wick 2, 3, and 4 back to back to back.
Just got to, might as well just squeeze ballerina in there. Jesus Christ.
Oh. I mean, by the end of it, I was fucking like amped. I'm like, ugh.
And you're like,
tell
"Someone's coming
everybody,
after my
man,
dog,
John
it's
Wick.
over." John
John
Wick.
Wick, man, that's the best. That's one of the best franchises ever.
I love John
hadn't
Wick,
seen-
but like, who's
I hadn't
who's
seen
the
4 yet. So it was great.
which movie
Ballerina's
was when
good.
the bad guy was Skarsgård?
Skarsgård.
The dude who played it in the reboot. I think it's like Alexander Skarsgård.
I know who you're
okay.
talking about.
Yeah.
Like he
He
was
was in
doing
John
like
Wick?
this. Yeah, he was like doing a card game with John Wick, and it ended up in a duel with one of his best men.
Oh, that's the 4th one.
Yeah,
that's
that's
the
him.
4th
But like,
one.
I'm not gonna lie. Like the whole time he's having his confrontation with Skarsgård near the end. I'm not
Oh, that's in
gonna
the
lie.
beginning, right?
No, that's at the end.
That's at the end.
The card
When it-
game?
Yeah, when it took John Wick like 10 minutes. He had like John Wick had 4 minutes. It took him a half an hour to go up those steps
Mm.
before dawn, before the sun rose.
Oh,
Yeah.
yes.
I'm not gonna lie.
At sunrise, because he had a
Sunrise.
battle of them. Yeah, he had the standoff.
I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
As cool as that
Yeah.
scene was, Keanu Reeves really just phoned it in on that scene. He did not convince me at all, and I was
Dude,
kind of disappointed.
I was
in that
I was
one.
getting so annoyed. I'm like, this guy's rolling down every step. You can fucking stop yourself.
Knock
You're gonna roll
yourself.
down every single step
It's
for
not that
miles.
bad, buddy.
It was like It was like with Dragon Ball Z when they said the planet was gonna blow up in 5 minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah, it
And
was
it
like
took
5
like
hours.
10, 20
And that's the crazy shit, dude. Because then you're watching and you're like, this guy's purposely rolling down the fucking hill, dude.
Like, bro,
It was so
just grab
obvious.
the railing.
Scott,
And I will say,
Stop.
in the fourth one, I thought had the worst choreography. You could tell they were like waiting for him to do stuff and then throw a punch. It was just, it was slow. It was really slow.
I hate that.
Yeah.
Scott, I was
Yeah.
gonna say, someone showed me, you sent a video of like Goku going Super Saiyan for the first time, and I remember there was like a kid, the Zoomer kid who sent me the same thing as a meme, and I was just like, man, that was one of the greatest scenes of all time. And he's talking about, he's like, I've never even seen it. I was just like, man, you just had to be there, you know? It was too
That'd be
iconic.
there.
When he went Super Saiyan for the first time, it was just so iconic.
Yeah.
Dude,
Or
let me
like-
tell you what. My boys are obsessed with Dragon Ball Z right
Hell
now.
yeah.
And they
It's
should be.
good.
As-
I got a text from Mary and she's like, hey, Jack's going to text you in like 1 minute. Be ready. And it just said, what is Yamcha's favorite move? And that was
Didn't
I
you
don't
used
know.
to be like a Yamcha fanboy like back in the day?
dude, who wasn't I like Yamcha. I was like, dude, I was like,
he was a
Wolfgang Fist,
bitch.
of course. I was like,
But see-
Wolfgang Fist.
Like,
see, yeah, but
like in
see,
Dragon Ball,
when
he
we
was a
watched
beast, but Dragon Ball Z, he was just cannon fodder, dude.
Yeah, he's a turd, yeah.
when we
yeah.
watched it though, you had to see the episode. There were no reruns. You couldn't
Yeah.
go back. You know what I
Dude,
mean?
I just remember
You
that
had
was-
to catch it or you missed it.
Obsessed, bro. So I found a video on YouTube that was like, it's like an hour long and it's just like the Dragon Ball Z timeline.
right.
And so they're
Yeah.
just watching it and they're like getting this condensed version. And it's all about Dragon Ball Z Super or Dragon Ball Super. And I haven't really seen the whole thing. So I'm in
It's
there
good.
like,
It's actually pretty good.
I was like, this is crazy.
Oh yeah.
It's good. Look, no, the thing that all you need to know about Dragon Ball Super is that Goku and Frieza team up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's awesome.
But let me tell you what, they're really into Super Saiyan 4. I was like, but that's not canon anymore. And they're like, what's canon? I'm like, oh,
Yeah.
dude.
It's, uh,
I was trying to explain that, like, you know, Akira Toriyama, he wasn't really like part of this and
mhm.
blah, blah, blah. And they're just like, but they're still Super Saiyan 4, right? And then the other day he comes up to me and goes, you know, it'd be so cool if Gotenks went Super Saiyan 4.
Yeah.
I mean,
I was like, that would be cool, bro,
Well,
but that's not a thing.
And you're like,
I'm
that's
not gonna
fair
lie, but like Super Saiyan 4, like they released that like in the 90s or something. That shit holds up. That shit
It
still looks
holds
badass
up,
as hell.
dude.
It
It's
still looks
fucking
badass.
hard.
Yeah,
It's hard. It's hard, bro.
they're doing like this
You
like
guys watch-
super. Huh?
Do you guys watch South Park at all?
I haven't.
No,
I've missed the
those
first
guys-
couple
wait,
of seasons.
Dude, what a crazy change of conversation.
What do you mean, dude?
It's a cartoon.
I thought that was a good transition.
It was like you look down at your like notes and you're like, you ever watch South Park?
It was a good trade. Well, we all
he liked the
learned
he
South
liked
Park
the
from
new
you
episode that
from
came
back
out.
in the day.
I know. Dude, it was funny.
You watched it?
I watched the scene that everybody's talking about
Which one?
with
The-
Trump.
Trump and Satan. Hey,
And
Satan,
Satan.
relax, guy. It's so funny because I was thinking about the movie like a couple weeks ago too.
Oh, yeah.
He's like, oh, you remind me of the old lover I used to have.
The
I love you,
dog.
Satan. I love you, Satan.
Hey, come on, guy, relax.
Oh. And he's like Canadian too. I love when they do the face. Like
just flopping around.
it's actually super funny.
Yeah.
It's super funny. And I saw on X where people were like retweeting it's either Don Jr. or Eric Trump or somebody, and they're like, you know, South Park never misses. And they just keep retweeting that underneath the video. It's so great, dude.
Yeah, Trump is done, man. He's
Well,
done.
I mean, once he
That's-
lost
that's
you,
the
I was like,
guy.
dude, it's over.
He's done.
I don't know,
pe-
man. He's throwing his Hail
Nah,
Marys
dude.
out there, dude. Obama's corruption, sedition.
Did you see though? They interviewed Ghislaine Maxwell.
Oh, did they actually do an
Did-
interview with her?
Apparently, the DOJ interviewed Ghislaine Maxwell.
I won't believe anything that they say.
I'm not gonna believe anything. She's gonna say whatever she can to get like a pardon or a reduced sentence.
Exactly.
Of course.
Of course.
But you know what though? I'm still interested.
She's
I
gonna-
wanna
she's
know what
gonna-
she said.
She's gonna be like, you know who's on that list? You know, like fucking Hunter Biden, fucking Malia Obama, you know,
Yeah.
whoever you want,
Whoa.
whoever you want.
Speaking of Hunter Biden, did you see his interview?
Yeah, with Channel
I
5.
didn't get a
yeah.
chance to.
That
I didn't
was
get to
so
listen to it.
crazy,
That
It was
dude.
like
funny.
3 hours long.
I'm not gonna
You
lie,
guys listened to the
Hunter.
whole thing?
He named everything I hated about the Democrat Party.
Yeah,
Everything I
he
hated
did.
about it.
What
I
did he
loved how
say?
I loved how he threw that one Louisiana fucking strategist under the bus. I fucking hate that guy.
Oh, the bald guy, right?
Yeah, fuck him, dude. Like he's so out of touch. He doesn't know what he's talking about anymore.
What
It's just
what did he say? What did he say about the Democrats?
everything. Well,
Everything.
he described the difference between cocaine and crack,
Yeah.
which was a big part of it.
Very
you know?
important.
But it was really about like how the Democratic Party just fucked everything, and it was very. It was just interesting. I saw some tweet. It was like, "Oh, crazy that a crack addict just won't stop talking," or something like that.
You know
Well,
what the funny
what
thing
did
is?
he-
The MAGAs were eating it up. They were just like, man, I
Oh,
was
of
wrong.
course,
They were
of
just like, man, I guess I was
course.
wrong about Hunter Biden, dude.
Of course, whatever, dude. All those MAGA guys want to hang out with Hunter Biden so bad, dude.
Yeah, because that's their brother deep inside, dude. He's their brother,
Yeah.
man.
He's not a
still-
Democrat. He's not anything, dude. He's
No,
just a
he's-
human being who wants to
Is
get
there
fucked.
still? But are these
He
MAGA
had a
people still
life.
supportive Trump? Do they still support Trump though?
Yeah.
I don't know. You tell us.
I don't know. You guys voted for this guy. That's why I'm asking.
You voted for him. Shut
I'm-
up, dude.
What are you talking about?
Shut up, dude. That was your profile. Your profile picture was his. It was like him
Bro.
for a while, dude. Just him
And
with the.
I
right.
will say this. I will say this.
That was a crazy moment, though. That was a
That was-
crazy.
It was a
moment.
crazy.
That was a
moment.
crazy moment.
That probably sealed the election.
And-
Easily. Yeah. Yeah.
And we got bamboozled once again. This is why I don't like
I
politics.
didn't get bamboozled. You did. I was trying to tell you.
Dude, it doesn't matter. Listen, this is what I've been trying to tell you. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Look, Trump rode the voice of the people. Hey, we're tired of this deep state, the shadow government ruling
Yeah, the
everything.
deep state and shadow government. Yeah.
And then when he gets in the office, he just fell in line. And now everybody's like, you know what?
No, dude. Here's the thing. The president is the deep state. How do people not understand that, dude?
Dude, the biggest clown moment was just like, we have Elon, we have Trump. I know the deep state and the fucking globalists are melting. It was just like, oh, you have a billionaire and the richest man alive, dude. Yeah, you guys are really anti-establishment.
Yeah.
It was
It's crazy, dude.
ridiculous. It's crazy. As long as someone says they're anti-establishment, people would just be like, I have to trust everything you say.
But this is a big thing, though. Before this election, nobody really did anything about anti-establishment, right?
No, they did the first Trump election. What are you talking about? That was his
The
whole
first,
platform.
I'm not gonna lie, like I never really paid attention until like the Joe Biden era, because I always,
of people didn't.
yeah, because dude, all politics are the same. They tell you what you want to hear, and then they get in there and they lie.
Well, as somebody who's followed politics most of my adult life, I would say since high school, it was pretty obvious.
It was pretty obvious.
It was pretty obvious. All right, but listen though, who would you rather have in the office?
Okay.
Kamala, Joe Biden, or President Trump? Because those were our only options.
D, none of the above.
Exactly, but those
I
were
would say,
our
yeah,
only
like we
options.
kind of deserve better. We definitely deserve
Me-
better candidates.
The real question, Scott, is why were those the options?
That's what I'm
the real
saying.
question.
That is because I mean the Democratic Party. Well, they they are the ones that caught off Biden. They're the ones
Yeah.
that caught off what's his name, the old guy,
Bernie
Jordan
Sanders?
guy. Yeah, Bernie
Biden,
Sanders.
I'm wondering which one you said, old guy.
Dude,
Bernie Sanders. Dude, if we had Bernie,
At least Bernie's
nothing would happen.
Bernie's
He would
Bernie's
be
at least
railroaded
cool.
by everybody.
but I'm just saying, right? The Republicans didn't even have a guy.
No, they had like Ted Cruz. They had Marco Rubio. They had Ron DeSantis in 2024.
Like I said, they don't even have a guy. Trump
No,
went
there
in
was
there
no,
by
no, no. Let's be
himself.
real. The last election, it was going to be Trump and everybody knew nobody was actually challenging Trump. It was all for show.
Yeah. I think
It was just so the Republican Party could say, "Hey, we did kind of hold an open, nomination process," but they didn't. Everybody knew it was going to Trump. It was bullshit. The Democrats didn't even try and hide it. They're just like, "Nah, fuck you. It's Kamala." It was complete bullshit.
I'm, but I will say this: after these Epstein files, I'm kind of like checked out. I'm checked out of politics. There's nothing you can say to me now that is gonna be like, all right, I'm enthusiastic
come on,
about
dude.
politics.
The other podcasters
I don't
are
believe
falling in line. Why are
anything
you
that
not
these
falling
people
in
say.
line, man?
I
Hey,
don't believe
Charlie
anything
Kirk
these
says you're
people
a
say.
loser, then, dude. You're a loser.
Who?
Charlie Kirk says you're a loser.
Charlie Kirk
I
says
don't
he's
care.
done. He's going to trust the government on this for the first time in his
You
life.
just trust the process, bro.
He's going to trust the process. His friends in the government. They're giving out lunches to other podcasters like Tim Dillon, so they don't keep talking about this. It's fucking nuts, dude. People are getting calls to stop talking about this.
Yeah,
Stop talking about Epstein.
yeah,
Really?
Yeah.
dude. They are terrified of this whole problem. And like now that the report came out that the DOJ told Trump he's in the Epstein files in May. In May, they told him.
I thought there was
And
no Epstein files.
Well, no, there's no client list.
Yeah, there's
There
no
are
violence.
five.
co-
The thing he campaigned on so viciously was, it was fake. Even though he would have had it in his first presidency.
Are you saying that there's a cover up?
What Trump?
No, Trump was
Trump. No, he's an anti-establishment.
That's what I thought. The government
The
don't
deep
cover stuff
state.
up.
No. It's deep state. It has to be the deep state. Or big academia or big archaeology is
What-
probably covering it up.
what about the fact that they were going to make a vote on releasing the Epstein files in Congress, and Mike Johnson recessed the entire House so they couldn't take the vote? How fucking crazy is that?
That is
I
crazy,
thought Congress was for the people.
No,
not
no,
anymore.
no.
Used to be.
No. Right now, the Congress is for the president because a president is the people.
Yeah.
Because they'll always say, "We voted for this. I voted
Oh my god! So I mean,
They voted for
all right,
cover-ups, damn it.
what's that dumb meme where it's like, change my mind? It's like change my mind about
Oh,
politics.
Steven
Give me a
Crowder.
Steve
yeah.
Crowder." Yeah.
It's like, dude, it's like how and dude, I watched this documentary about what's his name, that Israel prime minister.
Oh, Bibi
Netanyahu.
Netanyahu. Yeah, you watched
Like
the,
I didn't.
was the documentary The Nelk Boys?
No, but I watched that too. I mean,
I
they
didn't
were
watch it. I just saw them like melting down afterwards when they were getting a lot of heat.
Did you know Trump arranged? Did you know the Trump White House arranged that interview?
100%.
They did. Because why the fuck would Bibi Netanyahu go on fucking
on the
Nelk
Nelk
Boys?
Boys. On the Nelk Boys. What?
What a clown fucking society we living in right now, man.
If they did it right, like honestly, he should have gone on Rogan.
100%. But he knew he would
No,
get cooked.
Rogan wouldn't have said too much.
He wouldn't have said too much, but he's educated enough lately.
He
Where
wouldn't
he
have
would've
said he had
pushed
Trump
back?
on his podcast and did barely mention Epstein.
No. It didn't matter at the time.
That's
Like,
yeah, because
It
Trump
Trump
was
was,
like-
at the time.
no,
you know,
it was pre-election.
Trump was getting elected. He was all for the Trump
No,
list.
but
or
no,
the
Jordan.
Epstein was
What I'm
coming out.
saying is, the Nelk Boys came out and said, "Hey, we weren't prepared," and then they came out and said, "Oh, we were given questions by the Israeli government what to ask."
Right, I agree. And I feel like the
But-
same thing would have
but
happened with
Rogan-
Rogan.
I would say I disagree. I don't think he
No.
would have. I don't think that's not his style. I mean, you can criticize Rogan on a
You
lot
can
of
say
stuff.
it's style,
it's-
but it's not like he's going to
it's
turn down the
very-
interview.
It's very free flowing. I think he would have.
It's a conversation. It's not really like an interview with him.
Yeah, I don't think he would have asked questions like that because that's not
Yeah.
his style. Because I think he's usually too high to worry about that stuff.
That was the thing. That was the thing with Kamala, right? Because they were like, "Hey, here's
yeah, they
what-"
wanted to script it. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. And he
Yeah.
said no. But man, like because me as an outsider coming in, with this
What?
politic thing,
Mhm.
dude, dude. First of all,
And you got
what's his name?
had.
Netanyahu. Hold on, though. I'm just saying that dude is. I mean, dope. If you guys watch, because I've only saw that documentary. Like, I don't know. I only get that one side of it, right?
Dude, he's
So
him and his brother. They've been in a lot of things together. They've been in a
Dude,
lot of moments together.
dude, but did
It
you hear
goes
about
back
his?
before even the Iraq War. It's crazy.
First of all, his brother got killed by the Palestinians during a they hijacked a plane
You're thinking of
with
Libya.
Israel's.
That was Libya. He helped get the
But
plane back.
but his brother got killed. His brother went over there to liberate all those passengers or whatever, and he was the only one that got killed, and that put that fuel under what's his name? He was like, you know what?
Well,
We are
you can tell it's definitely personal.
It's
Oh,
personal. Well, it's not
100%.
just even him. Yeah, it's personal, but like fucking like him and like Ben Gavir are
Ben
fucking
Gavir is
crazy, dude.
no. Well, I would say Ben Gavir is even more crazy.
Yeah, well, he's like a
More
fucking
crazy.
radical, man.
because they're
Yeah.
all radical. Yeah, he surrounded himself with all these radical people that is like crazy. I mean, the only reason why he's not being in court is because
Because of us.
hey, yeah,
Because of the wars.
it's because of
Dude,
the wars.
Yeah,
I will
he's
say that-
delaying his own trial in Israel
is
because of the war. And
crazy.
so you have to wonder
think-
why end the war, you know?
Well, that was the biggest thing with the Syria strike, which was insane. And
Insane,
even
dude.
Trump was like, "What the fuck are you doing?" You know what I mean? Like,
Dude, he's doing whatever it takes, man.
he's
Not
doing peace, man, because he knows.
he knows
And
he's
they're
good.
like, "Oh, we've always supported the Druze in Syria," and it's like, yeah, you don't give a fuck about these guys.
Yeah,
You care about you, and you're
That's it.
being advantageous. I mean,
That's
you
it.
could. The real argument is, should the guy who was in Al Qaeda and maybe helped start ISIS run a country? That's a more legitimate argument instead of saying, "Hey, I'm trying to protect these people."
Yeah.
they said
You
he
know what I
start-
mean? Like,
They
you know, a
they,
better fucking argument.
they
You-
said he
you-
started Hamas.
No, he
Who?
didn't start Hamas, but he
He-
did
No, he-
fund them. He did.
he funded them.
give
He
them money.
funded them. I guess he funded them, but he said like there was another terrorist group that they were in battle with. So he started Hamas to take care of that
Oh,
other
you're talking about the
terrorist group.
PLO? The
Something
Palestinian,
like that.
the P-
This is like I said,
Like
I
Yasser
only saw
Arafat?
this
The Liberation Organization was not with what's his face.
I only saw this documentary, so it's probably very biased. But this is the only information that I have looking into the situation.
I mean,
And so,
this-
like, you
this
know
is-
what I mean? He said that he would go to Qatar, drop off like $250 million. So the Qatarians,
Who are you talking about?
BB,
no, what BB was doing was they were funding him. They
That-
were giving
that-
money to Hamas. Absolutely, they were. It was a Israel state thing, but he was heading it. You know, like the state of Israel was doing it mostly so they can be like, look at these extreme people who are gaining all these funds and all this money. We need to go into Gaza and eradicate everything. You know, it was like a false flag.
right?
In a way, it
That's-
wasn't essentially they were extremists, you know. Hamas is
It was a
is
false flag.
terrorist organization, but it's
And-
like
and what's-
you know they want to make them bigger than they were.
But one of the scary things is that a lot of people are extremely loyal to Israel. And so you have these billionaires that are in Hollywood that run like these studios that are funding BB, net whatever, giving him money and like supply lines to stuff for him to like I said, this stuff is crazy. And I mean like this documentary called the BB Files, it's all just tapes of being of like all these people being interviewed about this situation. Like it is insane. Like you have a billionaire that runs a Hollywood studio.
Are you talking about like the Adelsons?
No, it's a guy you never heard of because it's a guy I never heard of.
Harvey
And he's a
Weinstein?
billion. No, no. Like I
I
said, like
don't know.
most of the people that run the world you never heard of. This guy, he's a billionaire, and how? But it makes me think when you see like these people from like the United States that are help funding like Netanyahu, it makes you think about
Well, I mean,
like
Zionism
like what
is a prevalent idea. Uh,
would
it's a
define
very
that? What define
Zionism.
that? Yeah, what is that?
It is the notion that the Jews should have their own ethno state. Basically, they should
Yeah.
have their own state because, again, with the
They do. They have their
pogroms,
own
the
state. It's called Israel.
well, now, yeah, Zionism existed before Israel. Zionism's been around for centuries. It's basically just because of all the pogroms, of all the persecutions, of all the expositions.
Okay.
Zionism grew in that because the Jews needed their own state. They never had their own state. They've always been they've always
Wandering.
been, yeah, they're kind of think of
Okay.
gypsies, you know?
Nomadic.
Nomadic people ever since Emperor Trajan decided to fucking completely eradicate the
Yeah.
state. But
So
I
now
mean,
that they,
what they're saying is, so really Zionism is saying, hey, we want to rebuild the biblical version of Israel.
yes,
That's what it is.
Yeah.
Right? Because they were there, they had a state. Whether it was as big as they claim it to be is a different question.
right.
And then it's a theory like, hey, we were expelled. If anything, it's like this weird. I don't even know like what the term would be, but it's like when you have like
It's
where
kind of
like
like
certain like
manifest destiny in a little
kind
bit
of,
way.
but it's also this weird like cultural like like man, what's the word I'm looking for? I can't think of it, but it's like almost like integrated into their DNA where like we need to go back to what we had, right? It's a very, retro looking kind of like, hey,
because
we're displaced kind of thing.
Like,
I would
on the
say
whole, it's
mission
not
is
a bad
complete, though.
idea considering
Yeah,
you
give me a few minutes. I'll think of the term, but yeah, exactly. It's how they're executing it now.
Yes. Like, there's nothing wrong with saying like Jewish people shouldn't have their own state. There's nothing wrong with that considering what the Jews have had to go through for nearly 2,000 years. So there's nothing wrong with it in the whole. It's just the problem is they're taking land that previously had belonged to other people.
But wouldn't you say like them having Israel right now, wouldn't that be like mission complete?
Well, no, it's not mission complete because Zionism wants the entire state. Unfortunately, the West Bank and Gaza throws that into
But Jordan,
limbo.
if you say, you know, I kind of get what you're saying, but they would say, hey, but historically Israel was this.
Right.
So therefore, we were there before these other people, and it's already rightfully ours.
Right. That's why I'm saying it's not
Oh,
mission
That's the
complete.
argument.
like,
completely.
are they doing
That's the
like a
argument, right?
Russia and Ukraine
So like,
thing?
kind of, yeah. So no, it's more like an American, Native American thing. Like, hey, we were here first,
Right.
therefore it's ours, right?
Yeah.
And just because you settled here doesn't mean it's yours now. It was always ours. That's the argument.
Right. This is
It's a
our
very
land. We're just retaking. That's why
we're retaking it. Yeah.
that's why when people get their dual citizenship to Israel, it's called right to return.
Yep.
They're returning. That's just it.
Ah.
The people who are the Palestinians that are in there, they don't have a right to it because they are technically the invaders. They were there after the Jews were expelled during Roman times.
And really, historically, they're probably all the same people.
They're
right.
ethnically Palestinians were probably Jews at one point in their ancestry.
Yeah.
And now I only like I don't really know like what a Zionist is and stuff like that, but you guys like explain-
Zionism is
That's it.
just an ideology.
it's just an ideology, right? Okay.
It's just that the Jews should have their own state. That's all it is. At its very basic and fundamental. There's extreme Zionists,
Right.
Yeah.
Like
Right.
Netanyahu.
yeah. But at the end of the day, it's just saying, hey, there should be a Jewish state that we can return to, and it's based in the biblical context of what Israel is.
Right.
That's not to say that other people can't live there, because really, I would say in early Netanyahu, I mean, really in most of Israel's history, they've been very accepting of other religions and cultures, but it was always a Jewish.
Right. They didn't used to be as extreme as they are now.
Yeah.
Like the first prime minister,
Yeah, dude.
the first is it prime minister or president? I can't remember what they got.
Prime
Well, they have
minister.
both, but so they have a president and a prime minister. Netanyahu is a prime minister, and the prime minister they run the government. The president is more of a head of state, kind of just a kind of for show kind of guy.
Right.
Some have been more influential or powerful, but the prime minister runs the
Right.
country.
So Israel never used to be as extreme, wasn't really extreme as they were. They were honestly defending themselves, especially during like the Yom Kippur War, the 7-Day War, all
Right.
that. They were
Yep.
earnestly just defending themselves. The British really started this with the British Mandate, but anyway, they used to be a lot more secular than they were now, accepting of like all religions, because Jews lived in Palestine before Zionism anyway, and they were treated pretty fairly. I mean, Christians, Jews, and Muslims lived amongst each other. I wouldn't say there was no tension, but it wasn't like there wasn't massive bloodshed. But one of their first presidents was supposed to be Einstein, but he just didn't believe in Zionism. But it just goes to show that they used to be more secular, but it just developed into extremism.
Now, do you think a lot of powerful people believe in that ideology?
I would say a lot of people have stake in it. They have a lot of stake in the expansion of Israel. There's a lot of states like, Lebanon, Syria, lesser extent Israel, Iran. I mean, lesser extent, sorry, Egypt, Iran. They don't care for it. They have no stake in it. But like Israel, a lot of people have stake in it because it's the only true Western country in that area.
Yeah, I think that plays a part in it. I think it's Western, but also like there's a decent amount of Jewish population, right? Like outside of Israel, the second largest Jewish population is the United States.
Right.
And in Israel, the majority like separate the countries themselves. Large Jewish population in Israel, large Jewish population in the United States. How many dual citizens, American citizens, live in Israel, do you think? I'm gonna give you one
I'm
second.
gonna say like 90% are dual citizens.
Well, how many do you think?
I'll say if he says 90%, I'm gonna say 50%.
Okay, yeah, it's about 750,000 people in Israel are a U.S. citizen.
Oh
Yeah.
wow! So that's
Yeah.
what, like 1/4, one.
It's about a
One
quarter, I think. But at one point, it was 90%
Oh
because a
wow!
lot of them immigrated or to the U.S.
Right.
and went to Israel, right? So I think that's the thing is like a lot of Jews feel like in the U.S. have ties to Israel and are more more like empathetic to the cause and sympathetic to the cause.
Yeah.
And a lot of those people just did really well in the
Right.
US. So they wield significant political power.
Right.
And like from a historic standpoint, they've always been like, yeah, of course I'm going to support Israel. I'm supporting my people.
Right.
Right.
This isn't even the
But-
first time this has happened in history. The
Yeah,
same
right.
thing happened when
Yeah.
Ireland gained independence. Their first their first prime minister was Eamon de Valera. He was an American.
Now I only
Yeah.
say that because in this documentary they were subpoena a lot of people from the United States because Netanyahu is getting a lot of gifts from these
He's a
people.
he's a dual citizen. By the way,
Right.
he's an American.
Netanyahu.
He was born in Israel, though.
Wow, that's crazy.
He was born in
I didn't know
Israel,
that.
but he grew up in the United States.
Of course he does. He does sound like he's from Brooklyn.
In
But I mean, like,
Philadelphia.
Some of these people were like,
Oh, man, no wonder he is.
like
I
said, some of these people were
This guy's
very
so good at English.
so good at what?
English.
Actually, I gotta hold on. I got a quick aside. Chris, do you qualify for right to return?
I looked into that when I was in high school. I don't think so. They changed the rule
That's
a while
shame.
ago.
That's a shame.
Yeah, I know. I actually thought about that years
mean,
ago.
If you can get a dual citizenship, why not, right?
I was thinking about it. I will say, in my current job, I'm not allowed to have a dual citizenship.
I was gonna say then
Too much-
because I mean, like,
With your
With a-
Q
with a-
clearance.
especially with
I wish, dude.
especially what's going on with like the intelligent agencies and stuff like that.
I
You
mean,
know?
here's the thing, right? Like everybody says, like Mossad this, Mossad that. Mossad's the most badass fucking intelligence agency
Dude,
on the
they're
fucking planet.
crazy, dude.
On the
That's
planet.
They're
It's not even
Like-
just Mossad. Like Soviet McCall is fucking badass too, especially when they went Nazi hunting. Jesus Christ.
Shin Bet is
Mhm.
great. But like, dude, the Hezbollah pager thing was
Yo.
probably the greatest
dude, that is crazy.
covert clandestine
Did you-
operation of
did you, like-
all
That was crazy.
time.
Did you
dude.
hear about like that was like 10 years in the making or something like that?
Yeah.
Like it's like how it was
all the
explained-
front companies they had to set up?
Exactly, all the front companies. That's crazy, dude.
No, you know the crazy. It wasn't just the front companies. It was actually the advertising campaign
That advertising, all that
to-
stuff. It's
to
just to say,
solicit everything.
dude,
Crazy, dude.
crazy,
Crazy.
crazy.
That's the thing about intelligence, man. You need to be patient. You know, you're in it
But-
for the long term, you know?
But you remember too with the Ukraine striking Russia with like they put those drones in like a couple years.
Well, the 800 drones.
Yeah, dude. Like that's. I mean, like so.
That was a
Ukraine did
that was a dope. Yeah,
Ukraine
dope.
did that. Ukraine did that, and then we find out like Mossad did that with the pager thing. Like, I mean, that's kind of scary because you don't
Actually-
know what's being in place right now, dude.
but actually, Jordan made a good point where he said, "Hey, and good intelligence has patience, right?" I think what we're seeing with Israel now is the loss of patience, which makes them seem way more reactionary than they have in the past, right? Like it's almost they're like losing and they're quicker. They're like they're trying to exploit the current situation instead of just being patient and doing crazy, awesome shit. You know what I mean?
Right.
Yeah.
And it's making everybody. It makes everybody feel like, hey, they're just targeting people to target people.
Right. It's to me, it looks like they're finishing the job because if you look at the map of Israel, like between like Israel control and Palestinian control, that map used to be a lot more diverse than it is now, but it was just kept shrinking and shrinking and shrinking. They used to do a dual control of Jerusalem, you know, but that ended like 10 years ago. The dual control of Israel, Jerusalem.
Yeah, it might have even been longer than that. It might
Right.
have been early 2000s. Yeah.
But like Israel has been slowly gaining ground, like taking it with the settler, the colonialism, as some might call it, but like the settler people settling just in the areas of Palestinians and they just annex it essentially. But like this one, it just seems like, a loss of patience. They're just trying to gun it for it all now. Cause like, I feel like 2 days ago, they said they were going to annex Gaza.
Yeah, no, they won't. They
But
There
like,
was
make no
one-
mistake, the same thing is happening in the West Bank. It just doesn't has as much as like it doesn't have as much press. But West Bank's been dealing with this a while, and West Bank is bigger than Gaza.
there was
But the West Bank is also controlled by the PLA,
Yeah.
and not Hamas. That's the big
Right.
difference.
Yeah,
There's
Hamas is
one
strictly
story-
Gaza.
there's one story where they
Wait,
said they had
West Bank's Hezbollah.
No, it's not. It's Lebanon.
Oh, okay.
there was one story that with Mossad they said they got a intelligent that worked his way up all the way up to be a general in the Syrian army until Russia came in and was like something's off with this guy, and then they hung him.
Isn't that what's his face? They made that show on Netflix about him.
I mean it probably
That
they probably did.
Sacha Baron Cohen played.
Oh, that was probably him. That
What?
was probably
Yeah.
him.
Yeah.
Yeah, like that's
Oh,
how
was
good
it an
they
actual
are,
doc?
dude.
Was it actually like a docu-series or whatever?
It was like a dramatic recreation of it. Yeah.
I know what show you're talking about now. I saw an ad.
Yeah.
for it.
It was pretty good. And he ended up in Syria and he got hung because he got outed.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he
he
got
became like a fucking general, but he was an Israeli.
Played by Sacha.
Crazy.
Cohen, dude. It's so crazy.
Crazy, bro.
Dude, I mean, it happens. I mean, like, we used to have like very high-ranking members inside like the USSR, and they were getting burned by like this everyman dude who worked for the CIA at the time.
But
Can you imagine like
I forget his
giving
name,
your
but, like-
entire identity
I know.
It
for that.
happens,
Like that's
man.
crazy, dude.
Those are people that are like, they're dedicated to their country. But like, we used to have a lot of high-ranking people in the USSR, and there was like this former cop who ended up joining CIA, and he just wanted to play a game and just start burning these people to Russians.
Wait. Were the Russians? So were the people high up in the were they sources or were they actually Americans that integrated?
There were Americans inside Russia. And
Okay.
this dude, this suburban dad was just burning the fuck out of them.
Why?
He just wanted to him, it was just a mind game. He just wanted to be one step ahead of CIA. And he got away with it for like 12 years until they finally caught up to him.
I've never heard of this. Is there a show on this or something?
Yeah, I forget his name. His name is like, he's like the greatest traitor America had, besides like, Benedict Arnold. What was it? CIA Mole 90s.
Oh, there's some pretty big ones. Like
There-
Robert
yeah, there-
Hansen
there are a
is
lot,
a pretty
yeah.
big
I think
was
that's
gonna
what
say,
I'm
there's
thinking
a
of is
lot.
Robert Hansen.
Anaconda. Well, he's FBI. He was FBI. He was selling secrets.
No, Robert Hansen is a serial killer. I don't think that's him.
It was something Hansen then.
Eldridge Hames. He was arrested
No.
in 1994 for espionage. He's been
Are you
spying for the
talking about-
Soviet
are you
Union
talking
since
about-
1985. Yeah, I'm thinking
you
of
talking-
Eldridge Hames. No,
Ames or Ames?
No, Chris is right. Okay, so there was two Robert Hansons. The one's a serial killer. Yeah, it was Robert
Boom.
Hansen.
All right.
I just remember his stupid ass face.
You ever look at Anna Contreras?
This
I think
guy.
her name is Anna. Yeah. Yep. He's FBI.
Okay, yeah, you're right. He was FBI. I thought he was CIA.
Yeah.
Anna who? Anna Kasparian, the fucking TYT woman?
No. And I think her name is Anna Contreras. She worked for Cuba. Got paid no money, but she felt a like obligation because she was Cuban, like ethnically,
Mm-hmm.
to support them, and she went to jail. She was like one of our biggest insider threats. I think she worked for the NSA.
The NSA? Jesus Christ.
Yeah,
Dude,
this is like back in the 90s.
dude, this spycraft that was going on, like, I say it before, and I'll say it again. I think one of the biggest detriments to the United States was the fall of the USSR.
How so?
Yeah.
Because, like, we kind of stopped caring about us. We were the sole
You're saying there
super-
was.
I feel like
You're saying
soci-
there was no competition.
there was no
driving it.
competition. We stagnated.
Yeah.
And like we're kind of seeing the culmination of it now, where we're
I
too
agree
busy
with that.
trying to fight each other domestically instead of uniting internationally. I feel like
Yeah.
9/11 was our last hurrah of that era, and it kind of ended like that. And now we're just kind of busy fighting ourselves instead of fighting that one great enemy. Like we went to the moon because of the USSR,
Dude, we have many enemies. What are you talking about?
not like
But
on the level
nobody-
of the USSR.
Exactly right. We viewed them as a peer who could surpass us.
Right.
Really, honestly, China's the only other enemy that we see that kind of. But we're not. I don't think we're at the point where we take them seriously enough
Yeah.
because they're so strategic
They are
and so
extremely
patient.
strategic.
Where the USSR and the USA at the time were very reactionary. We drove each other.
Right.
I mean, we went from, the first flight of a plane in the early 1900s to landing on the moon in the 1960s.
right. It wasn't that big of a leap. People
Great.
were still alive.
Crazy,
Yeah.
crazy.
And we haven't progressed since.
And like the stories, but the Cold War
We
stories are
have.
so crazy, dude. Like just like between the Tsar Bomba being ignited off the coast of Russia,
Tsar Bomba.
Bomba, dude.
Yeah,
Fucking-
baby.
They're still cleaning up that mess of the Tsar
Yeah.
Bomba, dude. You still can't
Yeah.
live on that island.
Mm.
It's just like we progress so far as a society in response to USSR.
Because we needed to, right? We had that. There was that need to progress.
It was
I
just
think
like what,
China's-
40 years?
Yeah, but look how far we made it in
Yeah.
40 years, dude.
And we haven't progressed since?
I mean, not
In
like
another
on that-
40 years?
not on that
I think
level.
Jordan's right, not at an exponential growth, right? It's kind of slow. We're growing, but it's not as
I bet you we probably grew even more. You just don't know it.
how so?
Probably in black programs or whatever.
Dude, the black programs was Cold War shit, dude. That's what
I
kicked
know.
that shit off. Was Cold
That's what
War
I'm
shit,
saying.
dude. And not to mention, come on, everyone in you talk about the CIA, the FBI, all the dirty shit they did. Why did they do it? It's because of the USSR. You know, we had the best shit going on, dude.
I
Like,
don't.
I can say it because we were born. Chris can't relate. We were born after the fall of the USSR, and the USSR was still a thing when you were born. Okay, I'm sorry. And
Hold on.
Okay, because I remember the USSR so much.
yeah, I
dude, my
remember you
bad.
going like the Spetsnaz. You wouldn't understand.
Dude, I mean, trust me. You don't need the USSR for us to grow. You know what I mean?
Like, when people say like "Make America Great Again," they're talking about America during the Cold War.
No, I think they just want America first. Put America first.
Like, first in what?
Like, let's just go to the gym. Like, let's do what China's doing. Go to the gym.
Hold on. I need to back up a little bit. I'm pretty sure when you guys were born, the USSR was still a thing.
Okay, so
90?
after I said that, I realized they fell in 91. And we were born in
Yes.
90. You weren't
December
supposed
of
to backtrack.
91.
You weren't
So go
supposed to
fuck
backtrack,
yourself.
okay? First off, okay, so Gorbachev was still kicking around. It doesn't matter anymore.
I'm just saying. All right. Nice try, bitch.
I was hoping he wasn't going to backtrack. But
And here,
Go-
Scott, what are you saying? What dumb thing are you saying now?
Hold on. What did I say? I
Exactly.
forget.
you were
Yeah.
talking about your sympathies to America first.
Oh yeah.
Your MAGA stuff.
Yeah, let's talk about the preach about Kanye and Nick Fuentes, America First.
We should put America first.
Yeah,
We don't need to
What does
bomb
that mean,
Iran.
though?
Yeah,
What does that mean to you?
But I mean, what it means to me is, hey, let's get good with our economy. Let's invest in ourselves first before we look and help the neighbors or do anything with the neighbors. You know?
My counter to you would be how is having the most first? If we can dictate what every other country does, how's that not America first?
Hold on, say that again. You kind of froze just a little
if we
bit.
can dictate if we can dictate the world, how is that America First? If we don't have our international presence, let's say our warships everywhere, pretty much having like countries under our thumb, how is that not protecting our interests?
I mean, what are our interests, right?
Well, here's the thing. Like, if we're not a superpower, then how is that not like? I feel like if we're not a superpower, then that's not America first. America first is we can do whatever we want on the global stage. You're right, though. We should be focused a little bit better internally, but like completely destroying our reputation on the world stage and our influence is not America first, dude.
Right.
I would
Because
say-
now we can't dictate anything to anybody.
I would say this, right? I mean, like, we have the strongest military by far.
We
Like,
do, but what's the primary directive of our military, especially our
I mean,
Navy? Our primary
defense?
directive is to keep the our primary directive is to keep the trade lanes open.
Well, why don't we just do it in defense for a little bit? Like, hey, let's just
Wait,
flip
no.
to our
Who can
defense.
attack us?
Let me kind of flip that on you. Why do we have the most advanced and I would say I guess let's just say the most advanced army. Why do people perceive us as being the most advanced?
Because we put our 95% of our money in the military.
Well, that's not true at all, but okay.
90%?
I mean, it's $1 trillion a year.
Yeah, but the last budget was like 3 trillion, so it's like 1/3. So
I don't believe that.
no, it's okay. Just read the words. Okay. No, the real reason is why is the U.S. military so powerful? It's because we have presence everywhere in the world, and we can be wherever we want in a short amount of time.
Okay. All right. Okay. All right. Let's go there. Right. All right. We can do
Yeah.
that. We can have that. But
We
let's
have it.
also,
No, we do have it.
all
We
right.
have it right now.
Then let's also, build ourselves up. Let's also, take care.
Well, part of America First is removing the military from our foreign presence, like forward presence.
Yeah, it's
That's one
America.
of their beliefs. Is the army, the military should be only in the U.S.
Right.
It should not be external.
America First is traditionally isolationist.
Yes.
Like isolationist, like when we started, like during the Monroe Doctrine.
I'm okay with that.
So you want no forward presence of the military.
Nah.
You don't want to be able
If
to
we put it
react
out, it'd
to an
be
issue.
chaos, especially in East Asia. It would be pandemonium.
How do you know for sure that it'll be chaos?
Because what? Okay, who's defending Taiwan at this point?
Has anybody?
Officially,
Yeah.
the Taiwanese.
Officially,
But-
the Taiwanese, but who has ships in between that channel?
You mean in like the South China Sea and stuff? You know, maybe the U.S. military and Navy has ships flowing.
Maybe.
All right.
Who's
all right.
protecting South Korea? Is South Korea, Japan, and Japan, and I would say the Philippines as well,
What's the last?
and Taiwan.
What's the last
We're
country
their
that China
first line of
invaded?
defense.
But what's the last country that China invaded? What's the last country they invaded?
India.
That was the last country. When was that? 100 years ago?
No.
Well, no, they still currently have a disputed border problem with the Indians.
Yeah.
And
India
isn't
hates
that
China
something to
a
do with
lot.
money too?
No. It's disputed
It's
territory.
it's purely territorial.
Isn't that? But I mean, like, when was the last
What
time?
about Tibet? The problem with that argument is everybody says, "Oh, who's the last country China invaded?" It's not that they invaded people; it's that they won't recognize people who have claimed independence from them, and so they say, "Oh, well, that's not an invasion because that's our land."
Right.
And
No,
people are like,
No, yeah, I agree with
"Yeah,
that.
you know what I mean?"
Because I mean, Hong Kong's going through that same thing. Tibet's going through that same thing.
The thing is,
So, like,
Hong Kong
you
on
know,
a lesser extent because the deal was only 100 years.
it ran out,
and it was
Yeah,
supposed to
yeah.
return to China. It was always supposed to go back to China.
yeah. This is
But
the
I'm-
phase back in. Yeah.
But what I'm saying is, right? America, right? If we
Number
was
one.
to work, I mean, like, if we was to work on our, work on our buildings, work on us being like the best that we can be. You know what I mean? Like, let's work on the middle class because there is no middle class as much.
And it's going to
You-
continue
you-
to be that way.
I know that, but the thing is like we're hitting, stock market is breaking records. People are like, we are one of the richest countries in the world, but we also
are
have
the
the most,
richest country in the world.
and we have the most poorest people. You know what I mean? People that
Well, that's not true.
I wouldn't say we were the most. I wouldn't say that. Like from our standard of living, yeah, we
our
can be
standard
poor,
of
but
living.
like the
I mean,
poorest
but-
guy in West
but
Virginia
I'm-
could live
I'm
like
just-
a king in a lot of countries.
But I'm just saying, like, we all live here, and our standard of living, there's a lot of like people that can't make ends meet.
No, I get it. Like, if we're the richest country in the world, there shouldn't be homeless people. There's no reason there should be homeless people. There shouldn't be people living in poverty if we're the richest country in the world. We have a lot of wealth, so much wealth that's being generated. It's insane how much wealth we generate every day. And yet,
But it's all
still-
being
Huh?
it's being funneled, right? There's like that couple of people that are only the couple of corporations. Like, we have been monopolized.
Well, I mean,
Like I said,
the problem is just we are kind of an oligarchy. We're centering a lot of power, a lot of money into a certain few hands. And a lot of people,
Right.
and there's a lot of people who've been at the top for so long that they don't see like us,
and this
It's
is
like
why. But this is
regular.
this is
people
why
anymore.
Trump- this is
and that's why for us,
But this is why Trump won, right? Because he was like, "Hey, we're gonna give the
Yeah,
money
but
back
that-
to the people."
But here's the problem.
For the people.
But then he passed the biggest tax cut for the rich in history. So
I
what are we
know.
even fucking talking about here?
And we all
Like,
knew he was going to
it's-
fucking do that.
because
You're a scam.
what I'm saying is he got in office because this is what the people want, right?
Well, that's what he told the people.
Yeah,
That's what he told the
conned
people.
the people.
Okay, well, millions of people, hundreds of millions of people got conned by this guy.
Do you not want to talk about the Epstein files and all that shit?
Who's Epstein? Who's Jeffrey Epstein?
Yeah, I didn't say Jeffrey.
Come on, dude. You thought,
you're fucked.
come on, dude. You thought Trump was going to release them. Tell us about it.
Well, he can't release them
Why not?
Why
because he's
not?
got everybody. You got dude. Come on now. Sources and methods, man. You got the
Source.
intelligence. You got the intelligence. It's the same with P. Diddy, man. Everybody knew P. Diddy was an informant,
Dude, I can't
That's
believe
why
all
when-
of his lies he did too.
and they
That's
didn't even talk about.
crazy.
They didn't even talk about when they raided his house for those videotapes. They didn't talk about all the other stuff that he was getting incriminated for. They just talked about his little freak, his freak offs that knew that it was consensual.
This is freaking
So it's like, bro, what are we doing, dude? Dude,
All I hear is we should have listened to 50 Cent.
no, we live. You gotta understand. We gotta understand.
100%.
Should have listened to 50.
Here's the thing too. You know, we have this thing that we say knowledge is power, right?
Totally.
Knowledge is power. Do you guys agree knowledge is power?
No, just 100% power.
Yeah.
Knowledge is not power. Power is power. Power is 100% power. And we have been, or at least I have, been fooling myself
All
that
right. All
People-
right.
people are megalomaniacs that want just power.
Yeah,
That's-
that's how we got
that's
Trump
what
in
it comes down to.
office.
That's just
Let me
what it
see
comes
the-
down to.
All right. We got to wrap this up. I got to fly tomorrow. I'm flying to Maryland tomorrow. So
Who cares? You're just going, what is that, like an hour and a half? You're fine.
it's like 2.5 hours. I also got to be to work in 7 hours.
Quit.
All right.
I'm not,
All right, but hot take though.
hot
do
take.
you think the CIA and Mossad was involved in the Epstein files?
I really don't know. It's such a weird case. It's one of those things where like you read stuff and you're like, oh yeah, of course they were, and then you read other stuff and you're like, they wouldn't be that sloppy.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like it's
Mossad wouldn't.
yeah. So like the question is, part of me lately, I did one of those guys. So like, he was in wealth management, right? I
He
think
laundered
was-
money, right? He laundered money. He knew how to launder money.
yeah, he'd like do the offshore accounts and all that stuff. But I'm like, was it Mossad and CIA? I don't know. I think also it might have been just a greedy motherfucking person who knew if he had blackmail on these rich people that he built rapport with, he would just become richer and more powerful. Like, why are we taking his own personal
Thing out of it, right?
yeah, why
His own
does it
personal character?
it doesn't have to always be an IC kind of thing. He could just be a greedy motherfucker who was running his own campaign in order to become rich and stay powerful. Like,
Well,
why is that out of the
the-
conversation?
The thing is too is like when you become with the rich, when you're laundering money for rich people, let's just say that's what he did, or you shake hands with rich people and you can't explain how you make your type of wealth. I mean, like the agency.
Well, maybe
back then.
maybe you did it in a shady way, and you manipulated people on your way up. That's not uncommon.
No, what I'm saying is like
Let me ask you this, Scott.
And
Let me ask you
yeah.
this, because I know this is where your head is. What benefit does the Mossad or CIA, let's say CIA, what benefit does the CIA gain with Jeffrey Epstein?
I mean, I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't think the CIA was involved.
Okay,
CIA
so then Mossad. Well, let's say Mossad then. What's the benefit?
compromise or
Compromise what?
compromise our government.
Who are the government officials? Everybody just keeps saying Bill
Bill
Gates and all these other
Clinton,
rich.
Bill
Okay.
Clinton, Bill Clinton. He was a president. He got
Already
compromised.
already compromised and got out and did not get. He was impeached, but he wasn't removed from office. So who cares?
Yeah,
else?
I mean, like
But who else? But who else?
Donald Trump right now.
Okay, who else?
Obama.
I don't think Obama was involved.
Yeah, that's one name you don't really hear about.
Yeah.
And that's Hillary Clinton, Obama, everybody that's in our government is probably compromised. They probably have. First of all, how many 1%ers are in the world, pretty much, or even in the U.S. America? It's probably a small circle,
Yeah.
but it's a small circle, right? They all go to the same parties. They all have the same.
Well, what I'm saying
fundraisers.
is, we don't hear those names, right? So there's the argument that the CIA is, well, there's the Mossad angle and the CIA angle. I would say the CIA angle is less realistic because like they don't really have much to gain, right? Unless the CIA, the only reason the CIA makes sense is if you are already under the assumption that they're a rogue agency looking to defame, right? That's it.
Mhm.
But I'm saying that's the only way that works.
Right.
The Mossad, at least, they're like, hey, they're an external governmental agency looking to, subvert.
Right. They got
our
Apex
government.
already. You know what I mean?
Well, no, it doesn't matter. APAC is an American thing.
Come on now.
It is. It's registered. What does APAC stand for? What's the A in APAC stand for?
Nobody. I don't know. Do you know?
America.
Oh, okay. Okay. I don't care if it's called America. I don't care if it's called
It's literally
Democrats, a
no,
republic.
it's the American
Bro, if it-
people.
But is it the Israel government funding money through AIPAC to our politicians to make Israel move?
Not necessarily, dude.
Not necessarily. Not necessarily.
It's literally the American Israel Public Affairs Committee.
And you're okay with a foreign government being represented like that in our government?
I didn't say that. I'm just saying, like,
Okay, you're right. You didn't say that. But anyway, that's got to be red flags. That's got to be questioned. Why? I mean, like, why? They're the only country.
but they're still American. And you don't think there's an American Chinese pack out there?
I mean, I don't know. Not that I'm
Yeah,
aware of.
exactly, because you're not looking for it.
But I mean, like, we talked about AIPAC for a long time now.
No, it's
don't-
only since nobody gave a fuck about APAC until like the last 3 years.
That's kind of true. I mean,
I mean,
APEC has been
that's
a
true.
prevalent force for a long time. But, like,
exactly, because people
didn't
started
really
saying,
care until lately.
because people were saying, like, how come we're putting Israel's needs ahead? What is
We've always
AIPAC?
done that. We've been doing
And
that for a
and
long
then
time.
exactly. And we've always done that. So then you have to start questioning why we have AIPAC here. Are they like, what are they doing? Like, why they got so many people bought off? Some of our politicians bought off.
Well, you know why? Because every fucking lobbyist group wants to do the same thing.
When?
Why can't we just admit that? They're better at it. They have more money. They have more influence. They're doing what every other lobbyist group does, and they're just beating them.
They really are just the
That's
best
just it.
lobbying group out there.
That's
It's
it.
amazing how good they
Like,
are.
what are we talking about here?
It's crazy. I mean, look at that.
We're
I mean, did
talking-
you watch
no,
that,
no, no,
Tucker
no,
and
no.
Ted Cruz
We're
interview?
talking about a whole
insanity, dude.
nother
It's
country.
crazy.
We're talking
Yeah.
about a whole nother.
No.
It's not a
the
whole nother country.
American.
Yes,
It's
we
the
are.
American Israel.
It goes back to what we said about the
If you-
dual citizenship. They're still
Exactly.
Americans at the end of the day, you know?
But
This is their
but they're
pack.
doing
It's
it.
technically an American pack.
But they're doing it with that Zionist ideology.
Yeah,
Who cares?
they are American, but yeah, they want money for their Zionist project.
There's an Islamic pack. There's a Chinese pack. There's all other kinds of packs, bro. The fact is, APAC is just fucking better than all of them, and they have more money. What about the fucking Saudis? I don't hear you complaining about them.
I did complain about that.
And when?
I always complain about them. That's the same. What are you talking about?
I'll say this about Scott. He does complain about Live Golf.
Always complain about them. Hold on.
He
Well,
does
it's
hate
a waste
Live
of-
He does hate Live Golf.
All right. We gotta wrap this up. I gotta go
Hold
to
on.
bed soon.
What's the? I don't think
We hit the 2-hour mark.
Hold on. I don't
Jeez.
think there's a Chinese pack for lobby.
There's
lobby.
100% one. Yes,
I think there is a Chinese pack.
There's
Okay, fuck-
multiple ones.
It's called the PAC Party. Chinese American
The
Leadership
pack
Pack.
party.
Oh, so there is a Chinese one. Okay, good. All right, let's go.
All right. All the time we have left. Thank you so much for
Oh,
listening to Back to Sci-
well, hold on. What? So, not the fact that Jeffrey Epstein is over here blackmailing
Not
our
Epstein.
political system, keeping it compromised.
Well, I mean, he's
You
dead.
guys are okay with that? And then
No. The question is, who was he doing it for? Was it for his own personal gain, or was it for the gain of another country? That's the question. Because I think part of it was he was just a greedy motherfucker who thought he could hold dirty shit over people and make more money.
I'll say this.
That's what I think.
I'll say this as closing. Scott, you're looking into Epstein. Who you really look for is the connections of Ghislaine Maxwell. You should
There
look
it
into
is.
her father.
I know who Robert Maxwell is, but I'm not
Yeah,
gonna lie
Of
to you.
course you do.
Who did he work for?
Mossad, but at the same
Hmm.
time, Chris did point out something that was pretty. You're right. He probably you are right about that. You know what I mean? Like,
It's
did
just
he-
like,
that's pretty. That's actually, nobody's talking about that. Actually,
nobody says that.
nobody says that
like-
at all. Actually,
The
You know what I
human
mean?
aspect they take out of it.
you're right. You're right. He
'Cause it
probably
doesn't
was
fit the
just
narrative.
a greedy guy. Like, yo, you better
Yeah.
do this for me because I got this over you.
I mean, it is
You know what I
crazy
mean?
that a math teacher suddenly became this huge financier for fucking, what was it, like Exxon Mobil or something like that?
No, it was Bear Stearns.
And he probably had stuff on
But
the
what I'm saying, he was probably a very my current going theory, charismatic bitch. Worked his way because the story's interesting. How he got that first job or whatever, and he worked at Bear Stearns. Dude, when you're greedy and you're hungry,
yeah,
you do crazy shit
yeah,
to make money.
I know the
And
feeling.
if you have dirt on people,
100%.
it's not that you can make money off of. It's you can hold that for ransom. And like, dude, I'm gonna tell the cops. I'm gonna give this to the CIA. I'm gonna give this to the FBI if you don't stay with me and give me
100%. Because after all,
me. If
it was
I was
probably-
a rich guy, that's what I would be doing, dude.
yep.
I mean, this
yep,
is Back Society. We're
100%.
trying to get to that point.
Well, no, I mean, like,
Grifting,
but
baby. This goes back to episode 1. Grifting.
Grifting, baby.
that
Yeah.
is- I mean, like, that is such a great, actually, introspect. Like, and that's probably why he got killed. Because they saw an
Yeah.
opportunity. You know what I mean? Like, 100%. You know?
I think the intelligence
do take away the
community thing is
human
a
aspect.
loose thread. Nobody's talking about him just being a greedy bitch
Yep.
and just thinking he could pull one over on everybody. Because if you have that kind of wealth and power, and you can hold that over their heads,
Yep.
because it's at the end of the day, it's PR.
Now
right?
that you say that, because he did do that to the guy that owned Victoria's Secret.
yeah,
um,
Lex
Yeah,
Wessner.
that was his. That was his
Yeah.
first real
Exactly.
client,
He
wasn't
did that
it?
Yeah.
exact same thing. So he was probably doing that to other people, to other
Of
agencies.
course he was.
You know what I mean? So he probably wasn't even working. You know what? You have changed. I'm not gonna lie. You completely changed my mind
I was thinking about this the other day. I was like, dude, the dude was just a guy who thought he could, you know what I mean? Like, I was like, why are we taking out the fact that it's not a personal thing?
Mhm.
Right.
Why does he have to work for somebody? Why
Personally,
can't he just be that guy?
personally,
probably
I
a
think like the
megalomaniac.
connections of like Ghislaine Maxwell is a little more interesting.
I think that's interesting. I think it is interesting. But I would say him thinking like, you know, to me, when I think about it, everybody's a tool for him, right?
Yup.
They're all a way
100%.
to get to
Yup.
where he wants. I think he was a fucking psychopath.
Yup.
You know what I mean? Like,
100%.
Only way to
A
get
real
to the
one.
top
Yeah.
sometimes.
yeah. Ghislaine Maxwell's dad might have worked for Mossad. That's like semi-confirmed, but like not officially confirmed. But he's like, she's powerful.
Yup.
Her dad is powerful, right? What did he do? He was in the tabloids. He did all kinds of crazy shit. He was in the media. Why would you not want somebody who's powerful and in the media in your pocket if you're holding the dirt on people and you want to be able to publish it at a moment's notice? Those are the people you make friends with.
Yeah. That's the friends I would make friends with.
That's my theory, dude. It was just
And that
I
theory
don't-
has just now became my theory.
All right.
yeah.
All right. It's all the time we have left. Thank you so much for watching Backside. This is Jay signing off.
This is S. Pyramids.
Yes. Woo. And I think Chris is frozen.
No, he's good. C is good.
C is good. C, sign
I'm
off.
good.
Yeah.
Can you hear me? I'm
Yeah.
good. All right.
I gotta go
Perfect.
to
Thanks
the
for watching.
bathroom.